shit up there. Oh, I do have...
He's looking for something to drink. Since I failed. I failed tonight. Well, if I bring... The last time we drank that whole bottle and Christina got mad.
Yeah.
Because she didn't get to try it. So she went and bought another one just so she could try it. And then she said, you can't take this over there. But that rum was delicious.
So... full bottle of something. We got Crater Lake.
Oh, no, we can't do that.
Bad?
Yeah, we can't do that. What's this?
This is...
oh, yeah, Appleton Estate.
Rum. Really, this is bad stuff, huh?
No, maybe not. Crater Lake's not bad. I was thinking of something else, maybe.
Yeah, you sure?
I'm not sure.
Crater Lake. Well, first, hello, boy. Wait, what?
Episode 50.
I'm at loss now.
Me too. I'm just so
I have
lost.
no idea anymore. Been doing this way too long.
What are you saying? Like it's no longer worthy?
I don't think the first episode was worthy.
Well, I mean, are you saying we shouldn't do it anymore?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh,
no.
I was gonna say.
You seen the crap that's out there on YouTube these days?
Yes.
I can make crap too. You watch.
Episode 59.
Oh, I knew we were close to 60. So, for 60, we actually got to have something other than things that I found.
I'll bring something that I get.
So, the debate we're having is, he said, oh no, that Crater Lake rye whiskey, no, that's
Is it rye?
No bueno. But...
Oh, it is rye. I do like rye. But it's 100% rye.
What does that mean?
That means it's all rye. It is made in Bend, Oregon.
We got to at least try it.
All right.
It's been drank before. It's not a new bottle. It's
all right.
Got some in there.
Let's try it. And then we'll finish off with that.
With Appleton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appleton was the first distillery I was supposed to visit.
Really?
Yeah, on my honeymoon. We got tickets to go.
Hey, hon, we're going to have a beautiful honeymoon. We're going to go.
Well, it was a cruise. It was a cruise, okay. Right? We were on the cruise, and in Jamaica, they had a Appleton
Jamaica
tour.
Man.
And then they canceled it because we were the only two people that signed up for it.
Well, so what? You didn't tell them that you can drink for 4.
I should have.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't set my timer, but whatever.
And you didn't get forks either.
Oh, I need forks.
Highly suspect. Highly suspect. That's not right. Really?
What? I don't know. I'm not a whiskey guy. I don't know. Let me grab a couple forks. Fork.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's okay. It's not,
What?
It's not the world's worst.
Wait, is it, what's that thing you were saying?
Super okay?
Super okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's super okay. No, it's not even super okay. It's,
Whiskey to me is, you know...
Don't say it.
Is not as good as rum.
Blasphemy. That's blasphemy.
I love meat.
Me too. Oh man, I made steaks on Mother's Day. And we bought one of those top rounds, you know, like you and Julie did. And I chopped it up and I made steaks. And, you know, I think I didn't weigh them when we packaged them. So I pulled out one for me, one for Bibby, and I made thin ones for Christina and Nisa. And I was cooking these things. I'm like, these are big steak. Like, Like, I only ate steak for dinner, and I could only eat half. Bibby could only eat half.
Wow.
And he didn't...
Because it's real meat.
One, it was
It's not
thick.
pumped full of stuff.
And it was... it must have been a 20-ounce steak. I'm like, all right, buddy, next time we're going to just go halves.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, we had an interesting time over the weekend, speaking of steak, because my fetching daughter, Chelsea, she turned 32.
Already?
Yeah. And that was on Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday was Mother's Day. So we all went to the coast for the weekend.
Saw the pictures.
Yeah. And Liz, Chelsea's wife, is vegan. And Chelsea's plain vegan, but she gives herself a certain amount of meat days. I think 1 meat day a month. And so it was her birthday weekend. My birthday!
My birthday!
My birthday! So she got to have anything she wanted, and she did. But you know...
Did she have a steak? Or some other kind of meat?
But she had another kind of meat. But the thing is, we did find this one restaurant, Little Whale Bites, or Whale Bites in Depot Bay. It was very good, and it had something that all of us could have. Because Julie can't have anything that's sugary and that kind of stuff. We went there on one of the days for breakfast. It was Saturday. We went there for breakfast. Really good. All I had was one breakfast sandwich. Right? I was full. It was because it's real food. There's a huge difference. Remember Cruise In Diner?
No.
You never went there? No. Oh man, Cruise In Diner.
That was before my time.
Well, no, it wasn't. But down there, Farmington and River Road. They made that roundabout there now. Mm-hmm. Well, that restaurant used to be there, Cruise In Diner, and of course they need space to make it a roundabout, and so they just decided to close down, decided not to move, but you would get a burger and you'd think, oh, well, it's not real huge, but it would fill you up because they'd buy local beef, use local produce. It was a great place to eat.
Yeah.
Because real meat is real good. And this is real meat and it's real good, Devin.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm trying not to eat chips.
I was just about to say, would you be offended?
No, of course. You've been eating chips every time I haven't eaten chips. So why would I be offended now? But
what should I have?
You should have Doritos.
Okay.
Make it real hard for me.
Put you to the test.
Yeah.
So how's all that going?
It's okay. I've faltered a few times. On the day of the draft, the NFL draft, Christina was at the store. Hey, do you need anything? I'm like, you should find me some of those white cheddar Doritos. Because I ordered the white cheddar. Remember I brought those 2 packages of white cheddar over. Well, I would get them on Amazon by the box, like 40 of them in a box. And they're small, like one, this is, what is this? This is like 3 ounces or something.
Yeah, it's not
this is 1 3/4 ounce. But those ones were like a half an ounce, or small, right? And I had placed an order months ago, and they still won't have it. I had to go in and say, yes, I still want this. Like I had to go on the website. I couldn't even do it on my phone. I had to log into the website, like on a computer to do it.
Wow.
To keep my order. But so I asked her, I was like, hey, if you could find some white cheddar Doritos, that'd be awesome. And she was at the store and she called me and she was like, well, they don't have any of those, but they have your late July chips that you like. And I'm like, all right, give me one of those. And I ate like half the bag. It was a small bag, like maybe twice as big as this, but I ate like half of it. So that wasn't good. I had a colonoscopy on Friday. That was amazing. Oh man, it was so nice to be put out. Oh, I love being put out. There's nothing, almost nothing better on this earth than being put out.
I was awake during mine.
Really?
I remember it. And I remember looking at the TV, seeing the inside of my colon. their drugs didn't work so good on me.
They worked great on me. Oh, man. Oh, it's so great. This is the best.
The one that I love, they give you this shot, well, not a shot because you're already on the IV, you're going to have surgery. Before they put you down, they give you this thing that is supposed to relax you.
Yeah.
My gosh, that is the best high. As soon as they turn that little valve going into your arm, it's almost instant where I'm just like, I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, it was like...
Cut me open.
Well, he tried to put one here, and he ran into... He was telling me that...
Crossing my fingers.
That I got a big bruise here. There's... In your veins, there's like things in your veins that like push your blood that way. Well, he was hitting that thing, and it was hurting.
Oh.
So he took it out, and he put it right here. So now I got a big bruise right here, too. Yeah. Jerk.
It's like tying a bow to remind me because talking about the surgery and everything.
Yeah.
I started listening to this interview. I haven't finished yet. Sean.
Brian.
No. That brings me to another one.
Finish your.
Sean McDowell.
Okay.
He Christian guy, teaches at, I think it's Biola University. I don't know, some California university.
California and Christian.
I know, hard to believe. So anyhow, but he's not all bad because he likes Spider-Man. But not the movie, Spider-Man. Yeah. Where was I go? Oh, so he's actually got some really good interviews. He interviews a lot of fascinating people.
Okay.
And Christian and non-Christian. And this guy, he's a neurosurgeon. And it blew my mind. And the topic is, this guy wrote a book about, some of the things that he sees in science that proves we've got a soul. And he's learned this through brain surgery, because everybody thinks, well, your brain is what controls everything. Your moods, your this, your that, everything. It doesn't. But this was the part that I was thinking of that just flipped me out.
Okay.
Because your brain, pain receptacles, things.
Okay. Nerve ending.
And so he's got this lady with a tumor, really big tumor in her brain. He's got to cut her open. So they just do a topical deal, and she's awake. And he's having a conversation with her as he's scooping out brain. He's cutting out her brain, talking to her.
Nope.
And this was
that's a negative.
This was a section of her, and he touches the brain with this electronic thing to you see the parts that are good and active. Mm-hmm. And later on he's telling Sean how you can, like, if he wants to make someone's arm go up, he can do that. Just push this part in the brain, right? And but that was one of the things that he talked about was, okay, so what about will? How is that related to the brain? So when he was doing this, I forget what they call it, something like awake surgery or something like that. Okay. Meaning the person is awake when you're operating. So he did this with a person where he's like, okay, I'm going to touch this part of your brain sometimes, make your left arm go up. You also do it yourself sometimes. And you tell me if you chose to do it or if it just happened. Mm. And he was able to tell every single time. But he shouldn't be able to if there's no will telling you to do that. Mm. It's just a brain thing. And so I can make it, and he's going to think that he did it. And then he got in this other trippy thing where, people get their corpus callosum separated because they get such severe seizures, and it migrates. Well, when you separate it, you can put something in front of one eye so that the other eye doesn't see it. This eye has no idea about this, even though you see it. And he was showing these different things like that. Well, he was showing how you could have one thing that this eye sees, another thing this eye sees, but you piece it together. It's really trippy. It's really trippy. And like one part of the brain does more words, and so you show a picture. He said like a basket. You have a basket of fruit, but you show a picture of an apple. Well, when just this eye sees it, I don't remember if it's right or left, but when just one eye sees it, you say, well, that's an apple that I see. When the other eye sees it, you can't say it, but you can pick it out of the basket. Is that trippy or what? So he's got a basket of fruit.
Yeah.
He can't come up with the word,
but he can pick it up.
I'm telling you, man, it's just real trippy. But just that whole bit about operating on someone, it was a huge amount of the front left lobe that he had to cut out. And her conversation never changed. They just holding a conversation as he's cutting out her brain.
That's a negative. A doctor can carve their initials in my ass. I don't care, but you have to put me under. You have to put me under. I will take any surgery, don't care. Just put me under.
I was awake when I got fixed.
No.
I watched the whole thing.
No. Listen, I've had many people tell me, it's no big deal, right? They numb it up, they do it, like you're awake. No, I cannot.
I loved watching it.
No, thank you.
It was embarrassing because the doctor was a female, the nurse there is a female. My wife, she's, thank goodness, a female. She was there.
There's only one reason to be embarrassed.
Mr. Muscle was not embarrassed.
Well,
but what was funny is, before lifting the gown, I go, okay, wait. I was supposed to shave, right? She goes, yes. I go, okay, good. Because otherwise this would be real embarrassing.
yeah.
And so I lift it up. She numbs it. She gets out the scalpel. And I said, wait. I said, wait. You and your husband aren't having any issues right now, are you?
I think you told me that before.
Yeah. I don't want,
Yeah.
I don't want you to take out your frustrations on me.
I guess I had 4 polyps, so they told me that I have to come back in 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
4 polyps.
Yeah. That's not good. I need a refill, sir, but no. I need a rinse. A rinse and a refill.
R&R.
Yeah. I need some R&R. A rinse and a refill. So Christina and I had to cancel our Huna trip.
What's up with that?
Well, we were supposed to go with Dale and Kara, but Kara's dad
Oh, yeah.
is still... So we canceled it, and we're going to fly to Atlanta.
I got a chewy part.
Yeah. Sorry. We're going to fly to Atlanta, drive up to North Carolina, because it's cheaper to fly to Atlanta and rent a car for 5 days than it is to fly to Raleigh.
Wow.
And it's a direct flight. No Seattle
Oh.
over. It's direct to Atlanta. Boy, I just put the cap on for...
He's just not thinking of me.
So we're gonna go to Muddy River Distillery. That's Christina's favorite spice rum. We're gonna get at least 6 bottles of that. And then I think I'm gonna get. They released an 8-year now, so I have a 4-year upstairs, and like a regular dark rum and a 4-year. I'm gonna get the 8-year, and they make a Navy strength, which is like 114 proof.
Ooh.
So I'm going to get that too.
Navy. They don't let you drink that.
So we're going to go there, and then we're going to go to State Street. It's another distillery. They make a lot of bourbons, but they're a contract distiller, so they make for lots of people. So I'm going to figure out, like, hey, if I wanted to make my own brand, like, how would I do it? So and they have a tasting and a tour. So we're going to go on a tour. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to drive down to Myrtle Beach, stay in Myrtle Beach a couple days, because she didn't get to do that when we drove around the country, and she wanted to do that. And then come back home on Monday night.
Ooh, that's way better.
Yeah.
I forgot to do this. Appleton Estate. That will be our sponsor for tonight.
Yeah. Oh, much better. See, like, that one's just bland.
Right.
Right? No flavor. No, like, nothing interesting about it. Except it's not gross. It's not that, where was that from? Egypt?
Egypt.
Yeah.
Wow. 6 out of 100. Scored high.
That's right. 6? Oh, 6 out of 10 ain't bad. No, 6 out of 100. Oh, that was so classic. And the rum was gross, too.
I still have some.
I still have some of that, too.
Yeah. Doesn't go.
We should pull it out at your end of summer party.
But I shouldn't breathe this stuff in.
Why not?
The meat?
Oh, the meat.
No, I hadn't even taken a sip yet. Anyhow, yeah, we can do that because this will be the 20th year of the Cabana.
Yeah. So I started telling everybody I know that they have to come to the end of summer party. Try to get to over 100.
Oh, you're telling everybody you know that they need to come to.
Yeah.
Because the Fetching Misses and I, because obviously we want to be over 100, but we realized we don't want people that we want here squeezed out. So we're going to let them know first.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how could they be squeezed out? You're telling me if there was too many people here that they would turn and leave?
No, this is the difference between me and the Fetching Misses.
Okay.
Because, the one year when we were coming out of COVID, everybody was ready for a party again.
That's when you had 99, right?
No, I don't think so actually, but it was less because we got positive replies. We all of a sudden were up to 120. And so I sent out another notice to everybody saying, hey, look, we're getting a lot of people saying they're coming. So if you are concerned about crowds...
Tisk.
No, all I said was if you're concerned about crowds, we're pushing 120 right now. So a lot of people dropped out. So we still had like 80 or 90 or something like that.
Tisk.
Oh, people, this is Oregon, okay? The left coast, the wacko coast. People were still just freaked out about
People
it.
still wear masks.
I know, it's pathetic.
Yeah, it is.
Maskers.
How's business?
Good.
Yeah.
Busy,
Busy?
but it's good. The guys aren't doing a royal screw up, so it's running.
Awesome. That's good.
Ronnie is back. He's out of rehab.
Take his cat back?
Yeah. Yay.
Nice.
Nice cat, but I don't need no pet.
Yeah, I don't need a pet either.
And I just hope and pray that it sticks.
Well, you're doing a good thing.
We'll see.
Even if it never works out, like 100%, you did a good thing. Keep doing a good thing.
Well, yeah, and it's, I could be wrong, but odds are there's going to be some troubles along the way. As long as it ain't while he's working for me.
Yeah.
Do it on your own time, not my time.
Yeah, because that's a problem. You can't be doing that.
How about your work?
Oh, well, it's a shit show. But one group, so the CEO flattened the organization, so he has 17 people reporting to him. So our leader, who used to report under 2 people, now reports to him. So I'm 5 or 6 people away from... Anyways, everybody got their targets a couple weeks back. And not our leader, but another leader told his people today, and I overheard this in the hallway, so I hope it's true. Don't quote me. People are going to get notified by June and out the door by July 15th.
Oh wow.
So I could be jobless in 2 months.
Oh man.
Cheers.
Cheers to jobless. Jordan.
They just laid off 6,000.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is
But he's fine, and his team is all intact. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, he was pleased about that. He was talking to Julie today about that because he was pretty concerned about it.
Yeah, I saw it on the news or in a blurb, today. 6,000 people, like
But
a couple thousand people in Washington.
For those Doge haters, sorry, this is the real world.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what happens.
You got to do what you got to do. And
This is going to be my 12th straight quarter of subtracting line items from my budget.
wow.
So 3 years running.
Wow.
Not always people, but
Right.
a subtraction from the budget.
Yeah, I had, I honestly don't look on Facebook much. I'll dabble a little bit when I post my Happy Friday, but that's pretty much all I do. Although I did post some pictures from
I saw that.
the weekend.
It was either you or Julie, I can't remember, because she usually posts
Yeah,
pictures.
she's always posting, like, immediately.
Yeah.
But came across this one person that I know from the tiki realm, and so they had a piñata of Trump, and they're just beating the hell out of it because I don't know who it was, but one of the two of the couple got doged. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm
But why
sorry.
wouldn't it be evil?
Hold on. I'm sorry, but I thought I don't care because I want all of these employees gone, and I want them to start with a clean slate and do it right. That ain't gonna happen, but at least they're doing something.
Yeah.
Nobody has a right to their job. They don't.
Yeah.
I own my own business. I don't have a right to run my business. My customers decide if I've got a right to run my business.
No customers, you ain't got no money.
I ain't got no business.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm subject to the whims of the consumer,
Yeah.
and it's just, I that's the part that bothers me the most is there's just tons of examples of people just acting all put out as though, no, you can't fire me. I'm a public servant. No, you're not a public servant. You got great purrs. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. But, yeah. Yeah, it's a fickle world out there. So, I don't know. I don't really care. I just want it to be over. Like 3 years of this, come on. Can we get, one quarter where at least we're flat on our budget? Just one quarter. Just give me some hope. Right? But I don't care. I don't want to be laid off.
Right.
Because I want to take my next sabbatical. Because I feel like I want to do that with Nisa. Because I promised it to her. And while it won't be my fault, and she'll understand, right? I want to do it.
Yeah.
So there's that. But, the last time I got laid off, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So,
Who knows?
yeah.
You could focus on your music. You could become another P. Diddy on trial.
No. I don't think the wife would allow me to have a white party. just a small, small issue with that I think she'd have.
Probably.
Just a tiny issue. Yeah, I haven't done any music for a long time, and working on the project outside for 2 weeks straight, and I'm not done. I have to paint it, or I have to stain it, right? And you know how expensive paint is?
I know.
Holy cannoli! I can't believe it. I bought 6 gallons of paint, okay? 2 gallons of clear stain, nice clear stain, so I was expecting it to be a little expensive. And then 2 gallons of the house color, the body color, 1 gallon of the trim,
Okay.
and 1 gallon of the green that's the front door, because I'm
Okay.
going to paint the sliding door green. Also,
Oh, okay.
right, to match the smoke shack to the house. $440. Oh, and I bought 3 rollers. $440.
Yeah.
$440. Wow. Like that project, like doing the thing and painting the smoke shack is going to be like $3,500.
Wow.
And I did all the labor.
Wow.
And I didn't have to pay for staples.
Nope.
I still owe him staples.
You don't owe me anything yet. You have given me so much food.
Yeah,
You owe me nothing.
Yeah, but food is food.
Although evidently grocery prices are down.
Are they?
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out when I have to buy 4 briskets. For Bibby's party, I have to make 3 briskets. We're going to have 2 over here, and then I have to freeze 1 to take to Spokane for another party. But I think we'll have 2 over here. And then I have to get a 4th one because I have to chop it up for burgers because Friday night, if you're going to be home Friday night before the party, we're having a bunch of people.
Julie and I are in Astoria this weekend.
No, before
Bibby's before the party. Oh,
Bibby's
okay,
party.
yeah.
Friday before Bibby's party.
Oh, yeah, we're here.
I'm going to be on my way to Arizona. I'm not going to be here this weekend. But the Friday before the party, I'm making brisket burgers.
Ooh.
And like a bunch of people are going to be Sarah and her family who are staying. Christina's sister and husband who are staying will be here. Murph and Stacy and Shaylin. I don't know, like 12, 13 people.
Wow.
Baby's girlfriend will be over, so I have to make, like 20 burgers. So I have to like buy another brisket just to chop up. And then I have to buy 4 briskets, 4 pork shoulders, and a pork belly just for the party.
Wow.
The festivities. So that's probably going to be $500, I'm guessing. Just for a party. Atlanta's going to be expensive. That trip's going to be expensive. The flights were $1,100. One night on Myrtle Beach, oceanfront, $420.
Oh, that's not bad. Oceanfront?
$420 for one night?
Okay, that's a little expensive, but, oceanfront anything is always expensive.
It's not that expensive at the coast here, is it?
No, not that expensive.
But it's also not warm.
Yeah.
So we're driving, so we're flying to Atlanta. 7 a.m. we leave. We get there like 2 something. We have a 3.5 hour drive to Charlotte area. So we'll stay there. We'll do the 2 distilleries, and then we'll drive to Myrtle Beach. So the first night we're in Myrtle Beach, we don't really have any. We'll get there like 7 or 8. So we're staying off water.
Yeah.
And it's like $190.
Oof.
Right?
Wow.
And then we're leaving there and going to the oceanfront that's $420 or something.
But see, I've heard of Myrtle Beach, so that means it's a place to go.
Oh, it is. It's a nice place. And
Okay.
I stayed there before, like when we drove around the country. I stayed on the beach in Virginia Beach because for me, like the nostalgia, like the music I listened to in the 90s, like came from Virginia Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so like a 6-7 year stretch and 4 or 5 producers like started in Virginia Beach. So it's always been like I want to go there.
Right.
So me and Bibby stayed on the water there, and it was like $580. So when we got to Myrtle Beach, we stayed at the Sheraton, like off water, like on the highway, and it was still like $300 something.
Yeah.
Because it's Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
But Christina wants to go there, so it'll be fun, just me and her.
Yeah.
Tooling around.
Yeah, we're going to be in Astoria this weekend. It was a Christmas gift that I got Julie, but then I realized, the place that we're staying, this B&B, sounds great with some beautiful gardens there, but there ain't going to be no gardens in the wintertime.
No.
So I'll do it around springtime. So for her Christmas gift, I gave her a card that said Happy Mother's Day. But the thing is, it was on an envelope, Happy Mother's Day. You can't open this until Mother's Day. And it was basically a test to see how long can she really... Of course, it was not even a minute. So wait a minute. You're supposed to wait. No, I'm not waiting till Mother's Day. And she opened it up, and that was...
That's like, if somebody sent me a package for Christmas and it showed up early, you know, I just put it under the tree, right?
Right.
Not Christina. That thing comes in the mail, she opens it. I'm like, that's a Christmas present. I don't care. It came in the mail, has my name on it, I'm opening it. I'm not waiting.
Well, and Julie and her sisters used to always do this thing. They would go out shopping before Christmas, and they would buy their Christmas gifts for each other together as a group. So that then you would wrap it and put it under your tree. This is from Polly, this is from Kay, this is from Peggy, and then open it at Christmas time.
But you already...
I know.
What's the point of that?
I know. They're just so weird.
Weird. Yeah, so Flagstaff this weekend. Come home. Holiday weekend working on the smoke shack and painting. Hopefully it's nice.
I mean,
the weather just went to shit. What happened? It was like all nice and 70s.
Next week is supposed to be good.
Is it?
But even then it's not hot.
I don't care if it's hot or not. I just don't want it to rain.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so then it's that. And then I have to fly to Ohio. And then come back. And I don't know what it is. The 7th? Maybe I have one weekend of respite. Yeah, the 7th. Oh no, the 8th is the Oregon Regional. So I'll be playing roof ball on the 8th. And then Bibby's party. And then Atlanta. And then...
Adam told me to hold off on Susan and
Really?
Andy's pipe.
Why?
I think because he wants it replaced after the next tournament because it's just going to get dinged up. So this is like in August. He said so like in September.
Like wait a whole year? Like you waited a whole year and he's telling you to wait a whole nother year?
Well, it's not another year.
Well, but it's like a whole nother
Just
roof
month.
ball year.
Roof ball year.
Ah.
Anyhow, but we are going out to their place, I think this Friday, maybe Thursday, because when I was out there looking at the pipe to replace, I saw their venting is very inadequate for their attic. So we're going to knock out a bunch of the soffit vents and full screens.
Nice.
So that it's vented
Nice.
more properly.
Well done.
That'll help bring the heat down and prevent mildew and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Need a little bit more.
Have you ever heard me say no?
I'm sure you have on something somewhere you said no, but it probably was not involving alcohol.
I told Batman no. Do you remember that?
Batman.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne.
When?
Remember the roof ball guy, Bruce?
Whoa.
My Canadian guy?
Oh, yeah.
And he was kept, and I'm like, dude, that's enough.
Yeah.
It's time to go. Love you, Bruce.
Like he's watching it.
I don't know, he might. That guy's weird enough, he might watch it. Like while he's playing on his
Yeah,
phone or something.
Batman, I remember. Yeah, he was here with his girlfriend.
And his brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the Cabana is definitely going to be seeing a lot of action. Oh, did I tell you? We have fire dancers for the party.
Oh, for the final party night. What about the August 2nd, the stage thing? Is that on?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a go?
Yeah.
So I need to figure out when to cook for that?
I'll talk to Dave. Well, Julie talked to you, right?
Yeah, but she was like, what did she say? I told her that I wasn't going to be in town. I'll either be in Orlando or Ohio. I'm not sure which one yet. But I told her I could pre-cook. Like, that's fine. But she didn't say, like, where is it? Okay, we will work something out. We will probably be... Well, she thought you were going to be in Peru during that.
Who?
Julie.
What, during what?
So she said, all right, how much would it cost Cindy Wilkins for pulled pork for 80 people on August 2nd party? We're having a Stages fundraiser. And do you have that weekend available? I said, I'm going to be in Ohio that weekend, but I'm happy to pre-make it, right, if that's okay with Cindy. Well, how much do you think pulled pork? I was
Right.
like, probably somewhere under 200. I don't know. I'm estimating a quarter pound per person plus rub, wood, supplies, whatever. Probably 200. Okay, thanks. Cool. Let me know if she's interested so I can put on my schedule. I'd probably cook a few weeks before. She said, okay, we'll work something out. We'll probably be in Peru.
Well, because we fly July 1st and we get back, I don't think it's as late as the 20th, but it's the high teens
Oh, okay.
when we're back.
Oh, I see. So that didn't tell me, yes, she wants to do it.
Good point, but yes,
Okay.
we want to do it.
Okay. So I'll definitely...
But I'll double check with David.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I definitely... It sucks I can't, like, attend the party.
Yeah.
I'll be in either Ohio or Orlando.
I'll be in the bar. Although Jason already said, well, I'll be in the bar for you. He loves being the bartender.
Yeah, he's not bad at it. He's pretty good at it. He's pretty good at it.
Pretty good. Oh. So what does that mean? What is he dropping the ball on?
I wouldn't say he's dropping the ball. I would say he likes to go to bed at 7 o'clock. So that's not a plus in the bartender favor.
Right.
But I mean, he's
No, but he stays for the parties. But
he goes.
but
a little early.
he goes home before the party's over. I'll
Yeah.
grant you that.
Yeah. Other than that, I
But
mean,
it's just the diehards that are left.
yeah, but those are the people that need a bartender. Jason, those are the people that need the
Do
bartender.
they? Because they keep coming behind the bar and helping themselves.
That's
so,
just me. That's usually just me.
Yeah.
It's usually not other people. But I feel comfortable in the bar to just,
Oh yeah.
you know.
You can do whatever you want in the bar.
Ooh.
Anytime. Come
Anything?
on over.
Anything?
Not anything.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
There are some things I don't want to see on my security camera.
Yes. That's why I just had to clarify. You said anything, so...
Which reminds me, you know, Julie and I used to have a tradition of christening every room.
Yeah, well, duh.
And that included everything out here
Okay.
in the cabana.
And why would you stop that?
We're older.
So?
It's just not as comfortable anymore, man.
Oh, well, you know, you don't have to, like...
I like a bed. And that shed is just not gonna work, man.
You're not going to christen the shed? I'm highly disappointed, my friend.
Don't tell Julie I ever told you
Of what?
about christening.
Christening.
Anything.
Like, that's what happens in church, right? Like, the christening, right?
No, this does not involve the church.
I'm just saying, when we talk about christening, that's the only thing I know about.
Okay.
Is what happens in church. Right? That's what you do to the babies, right? The christening, right?
It so sucks because I've got, you know, joints that in certain positions they hurt really bad.
Dude, just sit in the chair. That's all you have to do is sit in the chair. That's it. Make it her problem.
No, but I've moved beyond that to just generally speaking.
Oh, I see.
There's no acrobats anymore because it hurts. It physically hurts.
Well, you better do some yoga, my friend.
No, it ain't yoga. It's my joints have just been dinged up.
Well,
way
you better
too
get some
much.
peptides and some stem cells.
Peptides?
Yeah.
Is that like Pepto-Bismol?
No, come on, man.
What is a peptide?
I'm gonna have to look it up.
He's saying this like he knows, and he doesn't.
What are peptides? They're like some kind of like thing that's important.
So this is a peptide. Because
all right.
forks are pretty important.
All right. Peptides are short chains of amino acids which are building blocks of proteins. They typically consist of 2 to 50 amino acids linked together by peptide bonds.
I don't think
When
at
the
a certain
chain-
point,
No.
at a certain age, things build.
Peptide
anymore.
therapies are used to target specific body functions like growth hormone production, fat loss, muscle gain, and healing. Joints. Peptides.
Dude, my kneecap hit a car doing 45.
Dude, Get some stem cells
It
put in
blew
there
up.
and some peptides, and it'll heal itself.
It blew up.
Stem
it
cells.
crunches every time I do squats.
Stem
it
cells.
crunches and grinds.
Stem cells and peptides, my friend.
Where am
In
I gonna,
Mexico.
Where am I?
Fly
I was
to
gonna say,
Mexico.
where am I going to go get some stem cells?
Well,
They need to come from me if my body's going to like
no, they
it.
Don't. No, they don't. They come from fetuses, and
No, I'm not doing that.
you just don't know where they come from.
Well, I'm not doing that. then.
Placentas.
I'm not doing that.
Placentas? Why not?
In a soup, yeah, I'll have placenta, but not just some random placenta. Like when Jordan was born, I saved it and I ate it.
Did you really?
No.
Oh, I was about ready to be like beast mode. Julie
Raw!
Julie should have. Oh, I don't know about raw.
I've heard about that. Women eating
Yeah,
their...
and it's so good for them. Like it
I
replenishes.
think that's a wives' tale.
I don't know, man. Animals do it, right?
There's a lot of things animals do that I ain't doing. I'm not eating my barf that I just threw up. I'm not eating poop that I find from...
You
I'm
would
not
if you were
rolling,
hungry.
I'm not rolling in poop.
Okay, that's dogs. I'm talking about like sophisticated, like lions and
Sophisticated.
like. Have you ever seen lion rolling in elephant poop? No,
Probably.
no,
Probably.
no.
Not that I've seen it, but that a lion probably has.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
Rolled in something
Let's ask ChatGPT.
that I would not roll in.
Let's ask ChatGPT. Is there evidence of
Elephant poop rolling lions.
no of what do you call lions and tigers? They're cats, but they're
Felines?
no, they're like
What? I don't know.
what are they called? Like there's like an overarching scientific name that
Cat.
covers.
Cat.
But when you say cat to ChatGPT, they're gonna be like, house cats eat their own shit. Like they're dumb, right? Like, is there any evidence? All right, let's go with lion, okay?
Okay.
With lions rolling in
Poop.
other species, other jungle,
No, just
Jungle?
other animals poop.
other animals poop.
Apostrophe yes.
Poop.
Or actually S apostrophe.
Poop.
Animals is
Poop.
poop.
Yes, there's evidence of lions and other big cats sometimes
Big
rolling
cats!
in feces of other animals. This behavior, while not extremely common, so they're the ones, has been observed in both wild and lion captivity. Scent camouflage. Okay, so they're, like when I was a kid, I used to go to this babysitter, right? Like elementary school. And the husband was a bow hunter, okay?
And did he roll in poop?
No, but he got like elk urine and he would
Right.
put it on him to mask the scent.
My cousin used
Right?
to go bow hunting. He did the same thing. And here's the funny thing, but it wasn't elk. It was something else.
Deer?
And
Probably
no, it was just to get rid of his scent. And he was in the woods.
What was he hunting?
Wait, elk.
Oh.
And this mountain lion came. He was just holding still. It was he said it was just like right there, right in front of him. Did not, because he was all camo and had this desensitizing stuff on him. And he said the cat just went right by him and did not sense him. He said he was just like,
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So, scent
Yeah.
camouflage.
that's why you should always bring a pistol with you.
yes.
You may be bow hunting,
But bring a pistol.
but bring a pistol.
Territorial behavior. It might serve as a way to gather or spread scent to communicate information about curiosity or play.
Did you know, I saw this, speaking of communication, I saw this deal that was fascinating about trees and mushrooms.
Yeah, the mycelium
The
network.
communication
Yeah.
that trees do to one another using the mushrooms.
Well, it's like the mycelium network or something. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Super fascinating.
Yeah.
Super fascinating.
That does not evolve.
I mean, that does not evolve.
It does not evolve. Nothing evolves. It doesn't. That is an interspecies harmony that does not evolve.
But maybe it evolved to do that.
No, it was created to do that.
I think I probably believe that more than evolved.
Yeah, that was one of the things that. Oh, and that was the other funny thing about this guy that Sean McDowell was interviewing, because it was partly what brought him to faith. He was an atheist before.
Yeah, you always
No, I'm
tell
not.
me these stories.
I'm not. No, but this is what I found fascinating. I'm just
Okay.
going to mention it to you
Okay.
because you're on the same page. And that is, he said part of the thing that started the process is that he said Darwinian evolution at best is on shaky grounds scientifically. He said there is no science to support it. Zero science to support Darwinian evolution.
I would go with...
Zero.
Well, I would...
We have no archaeological evidence.
Let me finish.
All right.
Let me finish, Mr. Know-It-All.
I'm not Mr. Know-It-all,
I would say...
but I listen to know-it-alls.
I would say that the discovery of the ATP whatever, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
And the fact that it's a code
Right. Changes everything.
Changes everything.
Right. But here's the thing.
But here's the problem. When you don't know something, like when something is evident that you don't understand, right? You have to come up with some way to explain it.
Right. Right.
Like I was listening to like this guy who is like a propulsion expert, some NASA propulsion expert, right? And they were talking about like how do you get from like what we have today to like traveling interstellar, right? And he was like, well, the first problem is how we think about it.
Right.
From getting off the Earth to the space.
Right.
Is a completely different problem than getting from the moon to Alpha Centauri.
Right.
Like how you propel your completely different things, right?
Oh no, that's interesting.
Like completely different,
Okay.
right? Like the understanding of the world and how you lift yourself off of gravity
Right.
to get up there is a completely different problem than how do you get from here to here super fast.
Right.
Like completely different technologies. So you have to like
That makes sense.
learn,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then I was listening to this other guy talking about, or maybe it was the same guy, because he was like a physics guy, right? And he said, you have the Venn, not a Venn diagram. What's the circle one that crosses and then you get?
Yeah, Venn diagram.
Yeah, Venn diagram. So you have quantum realm computing, or whatever, quantum, and you have relativity. Well, they touch at the tip, but there's no intersection. Okay? That's all we know today.
Right.
But we know based on observations that there's something that we don't understand at a sub-quantum level, right? That connects these two things. Right now, this is what we think.
Right.
200, 300, 400 years from now, right? Like we're like making fun of Darwin, right? Today, in 400 years, people are going to be making fun of this Venn diagram and saying,
Right.
"Oh my God, they were so dumb! Like they didn't know this."
Right.
Right. So it's
Right.
like you can make fun and say Darwin was stupid, but
I
like,
never said he's stupid.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying, right? Like until we have further information that tells us that what we thought before wasn't accurate, we have
that
what we have
now.
Yeah, okay, but who's running around saying Darwin was right?
A lot of
Not enough.
people are.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
Dude, why is it still taught in college and in high school?
Who is the biggest current proponent of Darwinian
Evolution.
Darwinian
Spelling. It's not Darwinering.
Evolution. Question mark. Where it where
This is the exciting part of this video.
it taught the most.
At universities.
Let's see. There isn't a single biggest current proponent, but several prominent scientists and institutions strongly advocate for and develop the modern understanding of Richard Dawkins. How old is he? Jerry Coynier, a professor emeritus at the University of Chicago and author of Why Evolution is True. David Sloan Wilson, an evolutionary biologist who explores group selection and evolution application to human behavior and culture. Sean B. Carroll, a geneticist and biologist whose work focuses on evolutionary developmental... Okay, so 4 people.
Dude,
Okay.
you ask anyone,
Where is...
did we evolve? They're going to say yes.
Well, okay.
Because that's the bullshit that's pushed in schools.
Okay. But there's a difference between saying we evolved, like the did you ever hear
Out of the primordial soup, into monkeys, into man. Everybody, generally speaking, believes that. Even though it is
your
scientifically
70-year-old grandma
inaccurate.
also believes so much bullshit, right? Like I believe, not because I believe, but because it's what I was told as a kid, like 1,000 times from my grandmother, and I have to look it up. Is this true? No, that's not true. Okay, all the time, right?
Well, first off, you can't trust Chat GPT.
It's not. If you ask it the right question in the right way, you can trust it. If you say, if you ask the right question in the correct way,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
If you say, show me a picture of the forefathers, and it shows like a bunch of black people, well, like you're not asking the right question. You have to assume that it's going to give you a wrong answer and prompt it to give you the correct answer. Like we all know that now, right? But my point is, wives' tales, and we were told so much stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a study that I read or listened to, I can't probably listen to, but where they took women who were not on birth control. Okay, this is a birth control study. Okay, and they took 100 men. They took like 20, I don't know, whatever the number of women, and 100 men, and they no deodorant, no nothing, and they made them work out and sweat in their shirt, and they took these shirts and they gave them to these women, and they made them pick their favorite.
Okay.
Right? And what they found from doing this is the woman's biology picked the smell of the man who had an opposite biology. Thus, when they procreated, they would have the least amount of like genetic defects.
Okay.
Okay?
And what's the point of it?
But when they were on birth control, they chose differently.
Oh. Okay.
Okay? So the point is, like, there is an evolutionary tract in which your body, right? Like,
No.
puts you...
That's not evolutionary. You were created
But it...
to perform that way, to be that way. That's the difference. How
But
does
you're
it evolve?
weeding
No,
out.
this is what I think is so funny. You watch these stupid wildlife shows,
Okay.
and they say, here we are watching the gazelle run from the zebra. And what we find is that the tiger was this and that, and therefore they would have died, so they had to evolve. And so Mother Nature filled that problem, and there you go. Excuse me, no, that's not how it works. That's just not how it works.
So
it doesn't mathematically work that way. If it is created that way. This animal was created to not see this tiger in the grass, even though you and I can see it because of the colors. They don't see that spectrum. That's why the tiger is camouflaged to this animal. That doesn't evolve. How does that evolve? That's like this one fish that is, when it has its babies, it puts them in this one jellyfish. Highly toxic, but not to the babies. But it is to an adult. And at a certain point, the babies leave the tentacles of that jellyfish. The jellyfish, this particular one, is very slow moving. It can't catch things. But thankfully, these little bright silvery fish attract other animals, and then bam, the jellyfish nabs it.
So you think
that does not evolve?
So you think God spent all his time planning that out?
Yeah. How much time does it take God, who is in eternity, where time does not exist?
No clue.
It takes no time at all.
I have no idea.
Here's
no
to
idea.
no time.
These are fascinating questions.
Speaking of no time, my clock is ticking, man. I'm feeling it No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just my clock. I'm going to die any day now.
You better not.
I know, I agree.
You can't be talking like that, man. That's unacceptable.
Dude. I'm getting old.
Well then,
and I'm feeling it these days.
Then hire people that are competent and stop working.
No, I'm not. I don't work.
Yeah, you do. I see your car gone every day.
No, I'm just doing bids.
That's
not what I'm talking about. Is my shoulders have been hurting like heck for a long time, so I have not been working out.
Yeah.
And so it's like I think I'm losing weight because I'm losing muscle mass. Because I'm not dieting.
Well, and muscle weighs more than fat, so you're probably gaining fat and losing muscle at the same time. Well, stop eating donuts.
What? No. I can't do that. But anyhow, my point is,
I stopped eating chips over here. If I can do that. And
I should open up another bag.
And it cut you down because now you're down to one bag.
And do that.
We used to have 3 bags sometimes, and now you're down to 1.
So no, but the point is, I'm weak.
You're old.
Weak. I'm not that old, but I guess I am.
How old are you now? 60.
Soon to be 62.
62.
61.
How old am I going to be this year? What year is it?
25.
25. So I'm going to be 48 this year.
I'll be 62. Yes.
So you're 14 years older than me. Yeah.
I didn't know I was that much older than you.
You're old, dude.
Well, and see, that's the problem, is I don't think of myself being as old as I am.
I feel 12.
Until I go to do something that I could do real easy not that long ago.
You know, I was talking to this lady at work. She bought some fish from me before, so we're pretty friendly. And I was telling her, like, about driving around the country and going to, like all the national parks. And she's like, well, when are you going to do that? It's 4 months. Like, how are you going to take that much time off? And I'm like, oh, this is probably going to happen after I retire. Then I'm thinking, like, I'm going to be 48 this year. If I retire in 10 years, like, I'm going to be almost 60. I have to climb up this ladder to a fucking rooftop tent on my truck? Really?
Really? Come on, man. I'm climbing up on roofs all the time.
Yeah, but, like, are you sleeping in a rooftop tent on your truck for 4 months?
I would have no problem with that. Personally, though, I prefer a hotel.
I did that, and it cost $27,000.
Yeah, there is. Oh my gosh, my wife and I just went over budgets.
Uh-oh.
And we spend a lot on travel.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a lot this year.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have Huna in February. We went to Hawaii on the oh shit, right? The oh shit text.
Right.
Flagstaff, Ohio, Atlanta, Carolina, Michigan, Ohio or Orlando, Hoona, maybe Hoona again, maybe Hoona again.
Wow.
Like, all my money's gone this year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saving any pennies this year. A lot of travel this year.
Yeah, this weekend we're gonna go over, because I think we're gonna go to Washington, D.C. in September.
Why would you do that?
I've always wanted to.
Don't do that.
Why?
Because I'm going to miss you.
Well, thank you.
You can only be gone.
But it's our nation's capital.
Yeah, but if
so much stuff
I
is
skipped
there
it. I
to
skipped
see
it. When we drove
and
around the
do.
country, I drove right by it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I need at least 3 weeks.
I know. That's just it. That's why we got to go over this.
Like, minimum. Like, the Smithsonian will take you a month.
Well, you know, I'm a speed reader.
You're like, saw.
No, actually, museums, that's where my wife gets upset with me, because I read those little things. Because
You're
it's
like,
fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to the Smithsonian, like, I need at least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But you can't be gone 3 weeks.
No, we're not going to do that.
Or
for
we'll
3
have to
weeks.
pre-tape episodes.
No. We're not going to be gone that long, but we just got to figure out, okay, what is it we got to see? How much time will that take? And then start to plan it out. But
3
yeah, we're
weeks?
looking at.
Gonna be
No,
3
I
weeks?
think we can do it in a couple of weeks, 10 days.
10 days?
Yeah.
So film with me, leave, come back, film with me.
Yeah.
All right. We got to keep this thing going.
Oh yeah.
Next time is episode 60.
Yeah.
So these are the things I'm looking for. Okay? I want to find, what did I bring last time? I brought a rum that was finished in bourbon barrel.
Bourbon barrel.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was good.
Delicious. Now I want to find a bourbon
That was finished in a rum
that
barrel.
was finished in a rum barrel. Yes. And, some hard to find things. There's this liquor store in Las Vegas, which I've seen videos of. And they're not... Vegas is kind of a secondary market. But this particular store has so much shit. And it's not like ridiculous secondary market. It's like a little bit over MSRP. So... I'm looking for a few things. I want a Michter's 10-year. Oh, I want a Michter's 10-year so bad. So bad. I want a Jack Daniel's 10-year, 12-year, 14-year. One of those.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't have a budget.
It's that pesky budget.
Pesky budget. And I could get laid off.
Oh, man, I hope not. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
You can't move.
Oh, I'm not moving.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll be living in your house, but I'm not moving.
Okay, so
Shit.
give yourself a little bit more. I've still got some. We gotta close this
Here's
up.
the thing. I told Christina, if I lose my job, okay, I could probably get a job at Home Depot and we'd be fine.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Like, I just have to find a way to make like 4,000 to 6,000 after tax a month, which, like, for my skill set, it shouldn't be that hard.
Right.
Right? I make way more than that, but I don't need it. Like, all that money goes away and I never see it. Now, we won't be able to go to Hoona. We won't be traveling. We won't be having fun stuff. But we can keep our house. We can live. We can eat, and our kids' activities will be taken care of.
Okay.
So, and when I actually retire and I can pull from my 401k, we'll still be millionaires.
Yeah.
So cheers.
So.
No, that light works.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It actually works.
Want me to turn it off?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Then leave it on. All right. This has been well over an hour and a half.
So, here is to just kind of, covering the bases.
Yeah.
Look for the future, boys and girls. You got to
travel.
plan. You got to plan so that, when Intel.
Yeah. But
boots
here's
you.
the thing. Here's the thing about plans. No, here's the thing about goals. Goals are plans. It's one of them. I learned this the other day, and I never really thought about it in this aspect. you can have a goal, but if you don't have a plan, goal won't get you anywhere.
That's right.
So that's what we're ending on.
Have a plan.
Have goals, but you need a plan for your goals or you won't get anywhere.
Exactly.
Cheers
Cheers.
to the plans that make our goals come true.
Go down that cabana hole.
That's right.